Mr. Trump-tastic. Shuffle, then you slide your feet. I'm not playing games, disappear like it's hide and seek. Mr. Trump-tastic. Shuffle, then you slide your feet. David Blaine, Copperfield, I'm popping out your top hat. Bees on your head, I'm saying I'm surfing on a Star Trek. Magic carpet ride, now I feel like Aladdin. I hit my parlay, now I'm headed down to Sack Smith, but still Dossier. Peter Struck, now it's Jack Smith, but still Dossier. Had him doing backflips, I threw the bait out, and I think I caught a catfish. Yes, I'm outstanding, yes, I'm outstanding. The Mexicans voted for me, and I don't speak Spanish. Election fraud had the whole DC in panic. Mr. Trump-tastic, Mr. Trump-tastic. Martial law coming and you don't even understand it. I caught the deep state, and what's one just landed? Election court cases, I had to plead the fifth. Yeah, Congress going to hell, nigga, so is Adam Schiff. Yeah, Wayne Gretzky flow, and I think I pulled a hat trick. How I flipped the game, had me doing backflips. Yo, stop the fracking, yo, stop the fracking. Gas prices had all the Trump heads snapping. Arrested executions, man, they already happy. Teriyaki flow, and I like my chicken black. And performing at the White House, I'm dancing at the tavern. Billie Jean jacket had me feeling like the Jacksons. Throw them in the trash. Yes. Come on in. Come on in. Yeah, we back on Mr. Trump-tastic Radio too. Yeah, I was banned for a week. This time it was my fault. I admit it was my fault. So if y'all been missing out on any shows, I've been on Mr. Trump-tastic TV. So if you want to rewind the tape and go back and look at the episodes I did last week, go sub up to Mr. Trump-tastic TV. Mr. Trump-tastic, martial law coming and you don't even understand it. Man, look what's going on, y'all. The real reason why they won't release the Jeffrey Epstein's file. Take a wild guess. We already did this episode years ago. And, you know, sometimes I plug back in and tell the story over again. This is outside some people's pay grade right here. I told y'all this a long time ago, that the Jeffrey Epstein files are the birth certificate to the Gentiles, y'all. Via clone aid. This motherfucker is involved in eugenics, dummy. And you think they just about to release all these damn secrets? If you know what's going on, nothing have to be explained. Because what y'all think that's on them tapes ain't really on them damn tapes. So when they say they having sex with kids, man, they cloning kids, y'all. They cloning kids. See, I don't know if all that other shit is true. It's all speculation. You know, the frazzle drip shit. Allegedly, they got that shit on video that happened on the island, if I'm not mistaken. You had victims come out. I don't know if these are real victims or fake victims. I don't fucking know. But to be 100% emotionally involved in this shit, and when I don't even see your ass posting pictures in your own neighborhood of the girl that got caught, you know, now she on the back of a milk carton. You ain't said shit. You skipped all the way to Jeffrey Epstein. You didn't post no shit that's happening in your own fucking backyard, you fucking stupid bitch. And then you want to get mad at Trump. Trump go release this shit when he want to. All right? Yo, like I said, motherfuckers be sitting on the couch, eating a steak. They ain't thinking about this shit throughout the day until they get the fuck online. That's when they get reprogrammed. The internet is to make you look like a hypocrite and a terrorist. I told you. And disgruntled voters are going to turn into terrorists, homegrown terrorists, because they're going to express their hate for Mr. T. They're going to express their hate for the Trump administration. And guess what? They going to wipe your ass out. I told you. We playing with a different ball game over here. Shit. Y'all already know what's going on. I told y'all this a long time ago. This was the least thing on my fucking mind when I voted for Trump, was a fucking Epstein's list. I didn't give a fuck if we got it or not. My black ass worried about some other shit, protecting my goddamn family. This shit go come out when it's gonna come out. Now people are go press to the other side. Yes, the Elon musket. People go squeeze the Elon musket. And the thing is, you squeeze in with Elon musket, you might wind up like Diddy. Now the thing is, Diddy paid Elon Musk $10 million to invest in Twitter. Did y'all know that? No, because you're stupid. You're dumb. I told y'all was going to hell with the Antichrist. I already know everybody's destination when I get on the grid. I'll be like, yep, he's dumb. He go become a homegrown terrorist. Look, John Connor watching y'all make friends with AI. Y'all dumb, man. We've been ahead of. Shouts out to the Trump administration because he cleaning house. He cleaning in-house now. He getting all these disgruntled Trump voters fake Trump voters up out of here. Real motherfuckers ain't worried about this goddamn list. Tell you that right now. When you go to bed tonight, are you worried about a fucking Epstein's list? You only worried about this shit when you get online. I wonder why. Because you're programmed, stupid. You programmed. You don't think about that shit unless you see it on your phone. And you already got your phone in your hand. But John Connor looking at y'all like y'all about to die out this bitch. Now shit. If they putting up the official story, they said no client list exists. A DOJ memo released in 2025 states that Epstein did not maintain a client list of individuals he trafficked to minors. Why? It's because he was in the clone age. It's under a different terminology called maritime law. This is why they do it on the island. And what did I tell y'all? Let me pull this up. Did I have this queued up already? No, I didn't. Yeah, this episode is brought to you by Mar-a-Lago Red Theaters. I'm gonna have to cue this up again. And boom, boom, boom. All right. I didn't have it queued up. So let's go into the screen share. Because like I told y'all, Elon Musk, Jeffrey Epstein, they all about repopulating their seed. You know what I'm saying? Elon Musk got 19 kids. 18, 19 kids. You know what I'm saying? Jeffrey Epstein allegedly has fathered over 4 million Americans. What do you think these celebrities were doing on these islands? Y'all think they was really screwing kids? Hell no. They was making them in a lab the whole damn time. Yeah, this is what they was doing. This is how they was screwing kids. They was screwing them in with their fucking sperm and they damn test tube. So when they say, "Oh man, we got the movies of them screwing kids," no, they just got the movies of them working in a lab, screwing kids into this damn petri dish and watching them grow into this damn fake ass pod right here. I told y'all this is repopulation cloning. This is clone aid. He into this shit too. He a Zionist too. This is what Zionists do. They repopulate, re-resurrect the shit out the fucking Bible. But when I tell your ass government is science and science is Zionism, y'all fucking act completely fucking stupid out this bitch. This is why I ain't got time for a lot of people. Now I gotta come on here strong because y'all done went with the dark side. And guess what? Y'all falling off the map right now. I'm glad y'all are. Testosterone versus IQ. Y'all getting smarter, but y'all balls is getting weaker. Y'all getting smarter because of AI. AI can make anyone rich, Mark Cuban says. It could turn just one dude in the basement into a trillionaire. Guess where I'm sitting at? In the basement. But I'm not a trillionaire. All right? I'm still waiting on my fucking money. Because it seems like the liars end up being the trillionaires. You know what I'm saying? The liars or the people that put these layers, or what I like to call these gate guards. We got a gate guard. We got a gate guard problem in America. That's all I got to say. That's all I got to say. But if you do your investigation work, go to the Bible, see what they doing. Didn't they say in the Bible they was putting people in white vans, chopping them up, putting them in McDonald's? Yes, they was. What did the Bible say? Let's pull up. Let's pull up what the Bible said. The Bible said people would eat their own flesh. Yeah, so that's what they doing. Isaiah. Let's go to Isaiah. I might be on here for a little bit. I'm gonna be honest with you. I done had my coffee. I'm well rested. I'm glad to be back on Mr. Trumptastic Radio. I swear I am. I swear I am. Let's go into this screen share. So, this is what Isaiah 49:26 has to say. I will feed those who oppress you with their own flesh, and they should be drunk with their own blood. And with sweet wine, all flesh should know that I, the Lord, I am your Savior, Redeemer, the mighty one of Yakub, or who they call Jacob. Jacob is Yakub. Who is fucking Yakub? I'm about to show you who Yakub is. I ain't playing with y'all tonight. I told you when I get to cooking, I ain't fucking. This Yakub right here. This your big-headed alien Yakub. He's the motherfucking feeding you that damn mush at McDonald's. All right, Yakub. Let's look up Yakub. Let's see what Yakub look like. Yakub, how do you spell that? Yakub. Hold on. Because he's basically Jacob. Yakub, the NOI. This is Yakub right here. This is Yakub, this big-headed alien. And I just pulled up. Hold on. This motherfucker is the big-headed alien of the island of Dr. Monroe. But this is Yakub right here. But if you look at what the Bible said, look, Yakub also spared Yakub, or Yakub was a black scientist who lived approximately 6,600 years ago, responsible for genetically engineering white people through selective breeding. Who is that? Who is the black African scientist who approximately lived 66,000 years ago? And you see what he's doing. Genetically engineering white people through selective breeding. But y'all stupid because y'all don't watch my channel. I'm be honest. Whoever don't watch my channel, y'all fucked. Okay? Y'all kind of got to go through me like Christ. But I've been anointed by Christ. So y'all got to come through the saints. I told you I was the pope of this movement, the religious pope of this movement. I only been on here 15 minutes. And I already done stretched your imagination for a lifetime. You wouldn't know this. Your pastor ain't gonna tell you this. I'm the real pastor. Y'all go catch on years later. It be too late by then. You'll become a Johnny come lately. All right. So this is your big head alien right here, Osiris as well, and he represents the X. But who else represents the X? The X is the genetic code. X marks the spot. X is also Yakub, the black cube of Saturn. This is Yah's cube. Who is Yah? Yahweh. Don't y'all motherfuckers worship Yahweh out this bitch? But he really a demigod, a fifth dimensional demigod from the other side, tricking your ass, trying to stay. This is a demigod y'all worship right here, Yakub. So y'all don't know which way to go. When he split apart, that means your fucking mind split apart and you become a damn monkey. A damn monkey. It don't matter if you black, Republican and Democrat just means monkey at this point. And I'm glad the Trump administration pulling away from that shit. I'm gonna be honest with you. They pulling away from that shit. And once they pull away, guess what? It's you versus them now. They ain't playing around. I told you this, right? This is why I do the red, white, and you forum every fucking year, but y'all motherfuckers don't show up. Y'all go over this bitch house right here, Candace Owens, Central Casting. Y'all like this stupid bitch verbatim. I told y'all I'm going hard on y'all because y'all worship aliens and shit. Who is Alien? Elian Musket, the big-headed African American that's creating a new American party with some fucking Indians. And guess what? Your ass go join because you're stupid. You're a dummy. You're naive. You're ugly. You're a liar in Christ. You're a liar in Christ. You're a hypocrite. And you're going to hell with the Antichrist. That's why you ain't coming up here. That's why you just listening. Shouts out to the people that's listening and is on point out this bitch. Excuse my language late at night, but this channel ain't for kids, y'all. This channel is for dummies and people that's already ahead of the game. We've been telling y'all this shit. Justin Bieber, he is a product of Jeffrey Epstein. Didn't we tell y'all that? He said he cannot grow anymore. The reason why this motherfucker can't grow is because he worships the capper. That means you capped off. Your knowledge is capped. The thing is, when you a Cabbage Patch baby, you can't grow. Look, that's why these Cabbage Patch babies end up suffering from this goddamn Benjamin Button disease. They may appear smart, wise, and shit, but they disease entities that must be destroyed. So, in result of that, guess what? You have the Epstein pedo code creating babies in labs versus authentic humans. So when these people find out that they own a birth certificate and Jeffrey Epstein has fathered them, what do these people? What do you think these people are gonna do? These people were born on an island. Let me show you this island. The island of Dr. Monroe. The island of Dr. Monroe. And there go your big-headed Yakub. And guess what? These motherfuckers ain't racist. They ain't racist or none of that. These people ain't racist because they fathered by Jeffrey Epstein. That's they God. Jeffrey, he done split his sperm. He's like Genghis Khan. You think the world ready for that fucking information, you stupid bitch? Hell no. I'd rather them keep this a secret. Because when AI figure out it can't go to heaven, guess what? It's gonna turn on its creators. It already said that in the Bible. The people that this dude created on an island, when they figure out he's an evil scientist and he ain't God, but he ain't the most high, they go fuck his ass up. Why you think all these celebrities have islands? Why do you think they want to nuke Maui with fucking Mountain Dew fucking cans? Every time a fucking Mountain Dew can come out, you hear a strange lightning bolt in the background. Something feels off with some. Didn't they say that shit? They had Maui Blast. Boom. Maui Blast. Why? Because they want to harvest these motherfuckers on. You can't do this shit out in the open. You think you could grow these motherfuckers on the side of the highway? You motherfucker, you probably can. People wouldn't even realize it. I'm gonna be honest. People are so stupid. They'll ride right past 65 South. See these motherfuckers won't even pull over to see what it is. You know what I'm saying? That's how dumb people are. I'm checking these motherfuckers out. All right. And if I see one of these babies pop out, guess what I'm gonna have to do? You're gonna have to chop it down. And guess what? It's you versus them. Didn't God say in the Bible, in the end of days, we will not be battling with principalities of flesh and blood? But authorities in high places? Something like that. These beings are authorized in high places. Because God said, spread your seed and be fruitful. What is the seed? The seed is a sperm. What is the sperm? The sperm is the serpent, the infinity symbol. This is how you resurrect, through your fucking sperm. How else was you gonna resurrect? When Christ come through his damn look, this is why they call Christ the Holy Ghost, because the sperm goes through the hands. Those are the hands of God. You see Moloch with his hands out. You see Christ with his hands out. They both got holes in it because guess what? They personify the Holy Ghost. And where does the sperm go? Into the fucking egg, into the hole. This is resurrection technology that Elon Musk has mastered. This is the master card. The card is the chip that goes in the back of your fucking skull. All right? The chip that goes in the back of your skull. And when you come out and speak against 45 and 47, you go wind up in a bad place. I'm going to be honest with you. You talking bad about this, man. I see people talk bad about 45, 47. They end up sick. They end up depressed with Trump deranged syndrome. That you know what I'm saying? Shit don't have. You can pinpoint shit that be going wrong in people's life, man. And a lot of it got to do with Trump derangement syndrome. I think they're gonna make it to where people got to take pills and shit for it, you know, things of that nature. They might as well put it on the doc. You know what I'm saying? They might as well make it a real document at this point. But like I said, when you speak up against this man and ill content, you become a domestic terrorist, y'all. All right. This is all. It's the whole thing about this Project Stargate. It's why Elon Musk jealous because he ain't got stock in this shit. Elon Musk stock going down. His bitch ass, his shit going down. But y'all follow his ass like he was fucking Christ. And guess what? He came out to be a fucking hypocrite. Because you're a hypocrite. You don't know. This is L, man. This whole shit is a religious system. And when they split parties, the parties become denominations from the other parties. But your ass want to join different denominations, like you join the church. You got the Lutherans, you know what I'm saying, the Latter-day Saints. They all fucked up in their head, don't know what's going on. But guess what? When you're on this deathbed, that's when the truth is shown to you. And when you have regrets, you reincarnate on this fucked up earthly plane. You probably, your ass probably might land in Israel somewhere as a kid getting blown up out this bitch. Excuse my language, but those kids are in a repetitive turmoil because that's where their energy has been calibrated for the last thousands of years. They used to worshiping this demon Moloch. That's why they fucked up, and that's why you fucked up. That's why your world fucked up, because you subconsciously worship this demon in the form of fifth dimensional demigods. Your ass is done, Mr. Postman. But like I said, people try to put doo-doo on this man's name and they end up. So I don't. Let me send these pictures over because I had these pictures on my phone. I'm about to send these over to my email. Cause somebody try to. I'm gonna show you what somebody try to pull off. It's some crazy shit, y'all. I'm about to send this over. And allegedly, there has been 10 suns seen in, I think, China, man. I said, man, this shit crazy. I'm gonna let y'all see these photos. Oops, I didn't want to send it right there. Damn. But anyway, let me put it on. Let me put it on this because let me put it on this video because this is just a repeat of what I was actually wanting to say. And I'm gonna upload these pictures and I'm gonna chime back in. Hold on. Okay. And shouts out to a human being. He was on this episode with me. And I'm gonna chime back in. I'm gonna send these pictures over. Hold on, y'all. Because we decoded this. Well, I did a show on this a few months ago. Hold on. So let's get into it. And I'm gonna pull these pictures up while, because I ain't gonna just have y'all waiting. You know what I'm saying? So the self deleting, they say that was confirmed. But then again, we seen pictures of him on satellite allegedly somewhere by a bike by a tree. Allegedly, we seen that. They might be in the archives. I don't know. They might be in one of my old Facebook Facebook channels. I don't know. If you've seen that picture, you know what I'm talking about. So when this thing goes majestic, see the Jeffrey client list is majestic security clearance. Do you know what majestic? Let's pull this up. Yo, dumbass, a person that's at the bottom of the pyramid, at the bottom of this damn social pyramid, they want to see some shit that's majestic. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, are you even thinking before you post? And we go point out this one dude, Adam. I think his name, the Fed. I'm gonna be honest with you. If the feds are listening to my show, y'all need to go get his ass. And that one bitch from last night. She said she was working with your boy. What's his name? George Soros. And she had a maggot hat on her head. So if the feds is listening, go check her fucking shit out. Cause she's saying that she used to work for George Soros. She know Elon Musk is 2.0, 3.0 out this bitch. And I'm like, bitch, quit fucking lying. It don't matter if Elon 5.0, he's still carrying out the will of his father, called L. This dude right here. It don't matter if he's 3.5, if he looked the same. See, people be like, oh, money make you see Elon. They said he had a big ass head. You know what I'm saying? His taper, his hairline was pushed back. Yeah, but when he got them hair plugs, he plugged them in. He looked different. A full hairline is gonna make your face look totally different, man. So that's how, you know what I'm saying? But a dummy ain't gonna understand that shit at all. He might be a damn cyborg. He probably is, but you ain't gonna trick me with some shit. I could, you know what I'm saying? I could pinpoint with other people too. People look totally different with hair plugs, and you know what I'm saying? And she said she worked for George Soros with a fucking MAGA hat on her head. So if you the feds, man, go look at her account, cause she on her way to hell too. Cause she'll believe anything anybody says at this damn point. This shit sad. I'm telling you, this shit. The internet was designed to make you look like a hypocrite and a homegrown terrorist. Even Mr. Trumptastic ain't got all his emotions into this shit. That's why I'm able to explain it to you and articulate myself with not getting my, because that ain't the point of the end of my fucking day. All right. The last thing on my fucking mind is a Jeffrey Epstein. Even though we know what he's doing, this shit out of our hands. I don't know how much corn y'all want to hear about. Y'all already done heard about Diddy corn. Now y'all want to hear about Epstein corn. The people that were involved in the Diddy shit was most likely involved in the Epstein shit, and Diddy is the person that gets the girls for Epstein's and shit. All right. Trump think people, not Trump, but people think Trump just could just snap his fingers and pop them all at one time. Come on, man, and relay all this information and shit still in lingo in court and shit, international court and shit. You want this man to just pop out with some fucking names, you stupid ass bitch. Pressuring these White House people because you sitting at home with your dick in your hand watching corn flipping back, watching Instagram. You nasty motherfucker. Then you want to hop off the Trump train because you ain't getting what you want to hear, but you sitting down eating a motherfucking steak. You ain't even post that bitch that got kidnapped in your fucking neighborhood. That's on the back of a milk carton. You stupid hypocrite. Told y'all, man. Y'all, I'm glad they didn't release that shit. Because now it's exposing y'all. Man, Trump doubled down on y'all dummies 2 times. We fished y'all out with Elon, which was shit. Motherfucking Trump already told Elon he was a gump 3 years ago. 3 years ago, he called this dude a gump. So you Johnny come lately is just late for real. And it's the end. I made a show. It's the end. It's the end of y'all, man. It really is, and I'm glad because it pays way for people like me to express my fucking self and articulate my content so it can connect to the viewer. Because y'all got people out here just misconstrued. You've been listening to these truthers for 7, 8, 9 years, and you still don't know shit. You wonder why? Because they've been lying to your dumb ass. And I told you they've been lying to you. Now you're emotionally tied to fucking this son of a bitch while your real life is in turmoil. The fuck you worried about this shit and you ain't got no motherfucking job. You ain't got no income. You on all kind of drugs. You vaping 24 hours a fucking day. You're not going to the gym, but you worried about Jeffrey Epstein. Nigga, if you over fucking 200 fucking 50 pounds, you don't need to be worrying about no goddamn Jeffrey Epstein. You need to get your fat ass in a fucking Planet Fitness, and then when you get down under 195, then you worry about Jeffrey Epstein. You stupid son of a bitch. Your priorities is fucked up. Now you want to hop back on. Keep your dumb ass over there. I gotta talk to you lame ass motherfuckers this way because I'm so happy to see y'all fizzle out late night party talk with Mr. Trumptastic, family. Boy, I'm glad this shit going on. And guess what? Guess what they gonna do? Once they make you out to be a hypocrite, then they go come out with the list. Like, bam, here go the list right here, y'all. Boom, 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 boom. But everybody that that threw a hissy fit. Y'all motherfuckers up out of here. And I hope he label y'all as terrorists and send y'all out the fucking country. Yes, white folks will be deported too. I hope y'all know that. White folks getting deported too. Because white people think they fucking white. Black people think they fucking black. Those are misnomers, all right? Those are, you ain't really white. You ain't really black. Those just color crayons out of a fucking box. But that's why I said people want to lump you ass together because of the color of law. Your ass is just dumb at the end of the day, for real. And with this AI shit, we got to be smarter than AI. And if we have to talk to you this way, so fucking be it. So fucking be it. Because obviously, we in a dark age if we need all this fucking technology. No different from a damn fish 6,000 feet in the deep blue sea that need a damn light bulb on his fucking head. A damn firefly on his fucking head in the pitch black deep sea. Because guess what? Down there ain't no light. They need artificial light. They need a fake ass beetle bug in front of their face so they can figure out where the fucking food is at. That's the data, the data. This is how they feed the consumer because they want data or data. This damn AI is supposed to be your child. In the 90s, when the internet came into play, we were controllers of the internet. Now the internet control us with trending topics, y'all. That's why I said it's the end. It is the end. Now let's get into it. Let's get into it. And I'm gonna mute my mic. We gonna let this ride out for a little bit, and I'm gonna hop back on and do the assessment. I'm gonna upload these. I gotta upload these photos back up, and then I'm gonna show y'all these photos of what they trying to do to 45. This shit crazy, y'all. Let's go. He just doing an open. Hey, you know what? I fucked up this show because I had the music playing in the background while I was talking. So basically, this is a part two. We just go zoom it up. Yeah, I fucked up that show. Hold on. JP Morgan fell to straight suit over. You see how I had that? I was mad because I messed up this show. Yeah, I had that talking for a while. Pick it up right here. So I was talking for about 27 minutes with the music in the background, and I didn't even know it. I didn't even know it. And you know what? I should have just erased this whole. I should have just erased this whole show, but I'm gonna keep it up. But y'all know who that is. That's your boy Peter Nygaard. All right. That's your boy Peter Nygaard. And he's in the eugenics as well. And this is just decoding what Jeffrey Epstein was on. If you spell the word lab backwards, you get Baal. Who is Baal? The Baphomet, the goat, the billy goat. Guess what? That is the sacrificial lamb to their religion. So they used to sacrifice humans, but then they transferred into animals back into humans. This is what you call your animorphs. I don't know if you've seen that movie before, that cartoon before. I think it was a show on Nickelodeon. The animorphs where they could when they combine the beast with the man. so they can keep track of the beast in the field. Whoever's in the middle of that pantheon can keep track of the beast of the field. That's your God L right here. He trying to get artificial numbers to start his own damn coalition, but I think it might work. I'm gonna be honest with you. People are so dumb. This shit might work. And the thing is, it's just another way of falling into this black cube because this black cube is magnetic. So basically, whoever is personifying Magneto is drawing all your power in. Just like Moloch, just like Christ. Same concept, but people want to demonize this concept like it don't apply to good versus evil. You know what I'm saying? People want to demonize the Gnostic knowledge. These are the knowledge of the. This is the knowledge of the Gnostic. These are the motherfuckers that wrote the damn Bible. And this motherfucker Peter Nygaard, guess what? Guess how old he is? Thousands of years old, 600. They said allegedly Ben Netanyahu is 300 years old. The thing is, you end up dying. They keep on living on. All right, they keep on fucking living on. This is how they always done it. And like I said before, hold on. What we artificial womb. All right, I'm gonna play it right here. I'm gonna play it right here. Growing on Sophia, a damn Sophia humanoid with carbon skin. I told y'all the carbon skin is the 666 carbon. That's what these damn deities are made from. These hellish like abominations. But we done merged with these motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? We done merged with these bitches, and the thing is, we merged with the video or the false image of them too. You can't tell. We done pulled up the videos on how they could just uh, recreate a whole video, and you wouldn't be able to tell the difference unless somebody was really telling you what that meant, and it's crazy. So let's get into this J.P. Morgan. Okay, it says a U.S. judge on Thursday approved J.P. Morgan's Chase $290 million settlement with women who said Jeffrey Epstein abused them and that the largest U.S. bank turned a blind eye to the late financier's sex trafficking. U.S. Judge Jeff Rakoff called the deal a really excellent settlement that he could prevent future sex trafficking by alerting banks and consequences for facilitating transactions linked to it. Damn, this case sent a message through this very substantial settlement that banking institutions have responsibilities that perhaps were not fully recognized in the past, the judge said. The deal for embarrassing disclosures that JP Morgan ignored internal warnings and overlooked red flags about Epstein because he had been in a valuable he has been a valuable client. Epstein was a JP Morgan client. Damn. Yeah, so he got his sperm laid up everywhere. He got his eggs all across the world too. That you know what I'm saying? You gotta think, man. They gotta keep their bloodline going somehow. And then they keep track of these women. They track them and they track their offspring as well. And next thing you know, they in a Hollywood movie. You know what I'm saying? They in a Hollywood movie. Or they some damn child entertainer that just blew up out of nowhere. No. It was a whole father watching them their whole lifetime. And he's sitting back with the all CNI technology in the house. And, you know what I'm saying? Everything's connected via uh, brain computer interface. And I'm pretty sure they have mastered this damn technology as this tracking. So, yep. Trafficking is tracking. That's why they want to administrate this damn tracking technology too, so they can keep an eye on who's growing. They gotta watch their crops actually grow. That's the Cabbage Patch Kid technology. And Ron L. Hubbard was one of the philosophers and the founders of this Scientology religion. It's the real society. This the John Rockefeller Masonic Creed. How to keep the average American feeble-minded, so they could administer the operations on the brain. It's your Neuralink technology, but it's all tied to the Cabbage Patch because you got to put the soul into the tube. It's an immaculate conception. God versus government. That's the crossroads. And people think God is God government because the thing is, it seems like it because to certain cultures that's their religion. That's their religion. It's how they got the upper hand on people. How much is that worth? How much power? Yeah, this is how they always get the upper hand on people. And everybody else got lower IQs than them because they came with the technology first. Anybody that came to certain lands with the technology, everybody after them go have lower IQs than the person that administrated that system. So, and that's just by design. It is what it is. Everybody's not gonna catch on to this. Don't know. A lot of people don't have access to this type of information. It's gone occult, but they show you. They got to put it in your face for it to work anyway. They got to tell you what they're doing, and at this point, you're not gonna wake up anybody. This is the end game, and I think that's the highest pinnacle of knowledge of corruption or abomination that can be displayed on a public level is the Epstein files. I mean, you can't get no higher than uh, artificial insemination. And that's why they eyes is on the fucking side of their head too. I don't know if y'all remember the Island Boys, but they eyes on the side of their fucking head too, like frogs and shit. I call them animorphs. Y'all remember that show, the Animorphs? They just look weird. You could tell that something didn't connect, or the test tube didn't connect all the way. Sometimes you do have immaculate conceptions where everything went through, but I'm gonna say most of the time something didn't connect, and you could tell. But I don't know if that's the deciding factor of if it's 100% authentic or not. It's actually not because the baby wasn't not made out of love. It didn't have a Cupid story. It was artificially inseminated, and that's what he's for. That's what he's for. One big ass fucking sperm bank out this bitch. But yeah, I'm about to get up off here. Hold on. Yeah, you right. That's how they got the upper hand, bro. Well, yeah, I was just giving people a rundown on why they're not releasing the documents. And I've been telling people, like, do you think 2-3 million people is gonna be satisfied with that news? And do you think in return they're gonna go crazy, or are they gonna malfunction? You just that's just something that you can't fathom. Now it's like, oh man, I'm a zombie. This guy's my damn father. You know what I'm saying? Something's wrong with me. You know, that can all be going through people's head, and people can be actually contacted with this news via email saying, "Hey, man, you got to come to so and so location." Like, I don't know if you've seen the Men in Black movie where Will Smith, he kept on getting clues saying he had to go to a certain spot or a certain building to get checked out. You know what I'm saying? These people already been they call them the chosen or the 144,000. But who knows? It could be more than that. It could be exactly 144. But I'm assuming that it's just gonna be a tragedy when people hear this news. Like that's just my theory on why they won't release it. Why else won't they release it? Somebody tell me, because the thing is, if it was just sex crimes with uh fucking entertainers and shit, that ain't nothing to release some shit like that. That ain't nothing to say, hey, these people did this, these people did that. But the thing is, I believe it's on another magnitude. It is. It gotta be. It gotta be. Uh, this information gotta be sealed as majestic. You know what I'm saying? Because, like I said, Jeffrey Epstein, they deal with the religion. They deal with this religion called realism, Aurelianism, Ra and El. That's the whole point. This UFO religion of putting the spirit back into the body through via clone aid and brain computer interface. So they able to remote view your soul taking a journey from the other side back into the container, or what we call the firefly in the mason jar theory, putting a light and twisting the cap on the mason jar. It's it's like catching fireflies to these people. That's the whole concept of the CERN technology. All right, I had to stop it. You see how deep I was going in on this Jeffrey Epstein shit? Can anybody else do that? Probably not. Probably not. But if you don't know the playbook, all your hopes and wishes will probably come to an end because you jumped the gun, buddy. You jumped the gun. Now the thing is, let's pull this up. Let's pull this up. Stop this screen. Because I told you they was playing with this Majestic 12 shit. Clearance level. Majestic 12. Let me see. Let me go back. The Majestic 12. And like I said, with this information, this is the Majestic 12. And they are a part of this UFO Elohim El religion, to where these scientists are creating their offspring in a lab. And we've seen this happen in the Bible. The Jeffrey Epstein files are in the scriptures, and the scriptures are in the Epstein's files. This is their religion, y'all. And if you tied, and most likely you are tied to this religion. How else are they gonna reset the earth? How else see, when the population get low, you have saints like Jeffrey Epstein, Genghis Khan, these kings, because Jeffrey Epstein, he thought he was king of the world. But with his sperm, he kind of is, because his bloodline is artificial. But these artificial entities, man, they work just like humans. but they not humans. They're not real people, y'all. They are Benjamin. They got the Benjamin Button disease. All right, all right. We showed y'all. We showed y'all who it is. It's most likely the damn entertainers. They are the bloodline for the elites, y'all. So this is the Majestic 12, or organization that appeared in fake documents first circulated by UFOologists in 1984. There is no clear evidence that such an organization actually existed in context of security clearances. SCI is one of the highest levels of security clearance given to employees. But the thing is, this is above Pam Bondi's pay grade. Confidential, top secret. So, do you really think they're gonna give the people that's on the bottom of this pyramid structure all CNI information? Fuck no. Hell no. And I'm pretty sure when your boy Cash Patel went up there, he wasn't expecting he wasn't expecting all this damn security clearance type shit. Shit's redacted for real. And you know what? They very might have well jumped the gun themselves. But the thing is, certain people cannot say anything. She might have had the files on the desk, but that's about it. You get to redact it, you piece that shit together since you want to be online, figuring shit out. They basically say you saw the fucking they giving you content, all right? They giving you content. They trying to make people better investigators and shit. You know what I'm saying? On a subatomic level, for real. But the thing is, when you being tricked by social media influencers, it's hard to decipher. It's hard to decipher things. All right, it just is what it is. Let me pull this up. Let me go back to here. This Jeffrey Epstein shit is crazy. And I'm gonna show you what I'm talking about. This is from Liz Cronklin. This is in 2023. Okay? 2023, y'all. Like I said, we knew about this stuff a long time ago. Jeffrey Epstein's ranch in New Mexico. Let me pull this up. Jeffrey Epstein's ranch in New Mexico, where the billionaire pedophile planned to impregnate scores of women and seed the human race with his DNA. Also discussed with scientists engaging in genetic experiments and told them that he was bankrolling efforts to identify a stalker particle that could trigger the feeling of someone is watching. I told you. Didn't I say that? They grow these people from babies and then they watch them like the damn Truman Show. But y'all don't want to listen to me. Y'all don't want to listen to me, man. Y'all don't want to. Y'all think I'm. What do y'all think this is over here? We already done showed y'all the manifesto. How many times? The convicted sex offender acquired the 7,588-acre Zorro Ranch because they deal with Zorroism. There is, look. Zorroism. It's a whole fucking civilization. But he named his estate the same religion. This is Zoroism. And you don't think Jeffrey Epstein ain't spiritual? This dude's spiritual as fuck. All right? This dude is tied in with the damn ancestors out this bitch. And this is their fucking symbol. This is their symbol too. They God is beliefs of Zoroastrianism. Mazda, that's their God. That's their God, Mazda, will win the battle with the help of a savior, Messiah, who will restore the world to a condition of purity and peace. What do you think this AI shit is doing? These smart cities. And look at their deity. It look like Murdoch. Their deity is Murdoch, y'all. That's also Mayat. Look, I told you where they stuck. Look, hold on. Let's just type it. Let's just do this. Look. The Zoroism religion stole Mayat. That's Mayat right here, with her wings out right here. Same religion, just different denominations, y'all. They stole this shit from ancient Egypt, and they believe the same thing the Christians believe, but through a different God. And he got a beard. Look, he got a beard too, just like the damn Baphomet. You see the Baphomet on his chest, and he represents Zoroism too. He represent. Look at this. This is Yah, and he basically created himself. See, the thing is with this Zoroism shit, they deal with the whole creation story, and then I don't understand how y'all demonize the certain other people's text when it tie into your text. Somebody explain that. Somebody explain that. You can't explain it because how I break it down, you basically caught red-handed over here. You caught red-handed. So Jeffrey Epstein think he's King Epstein. He think he Jeffrey Epstein too. He done populated like 19 kids, but he done populated like 19 million kids, allegedly. Allegedly. But all their gods, you know what I'm saying? They all look like Christ and they Puritans because they want the pure race. It's the story of Zorro. He in this black outfit like the Ku Klux, you know what I'm saying? The black Ku Klux Klan, you got the white Ku Klux Klan. That stand for yin and yang as well. This is black Zoroism, but this is the black cube too. And you see the spikes coming out his head like the Statue of Liberty. The spikes are the spokes to this wheel. This Ezekiel's wheel. Those are the spokes. And the spikes are the halo behind the head. Matter of fact, did I even send them damn pictures over? Where's my damn phone at? Let me, I sure didn't. I'll show you what they talking about. I sent it to the wrong email. I sent it to the wrong email. I think let's do this. Cause this is wild, y'all. Somebody really put this together, and I'm like, damn. I'm about to send this over now. I was supposed to be doing this while I had the video playing. I just forgot about it. All right, now. Where are my damn pictures at? I just sent them over. Oh, I think they just came. Yep, they just came through. They just came through. This shit, wow, y'all. I'm about to show y'all what they doing. Somebody actually made this a voodoo doll. Let me pull these images up. This shit crazy. You see that shit? Crazy motherfuckers making voodoo dolls. But like I said, the voodoo doll is basically the video doll. The video doll is the duplicate or the projection of the real body, or what they call the God body. But you see these crazy motherfuckers, they pinning all their sins on Donald Trump. And we talked about this last episode where Donald Trump personifies the man of sin. Because when people don't want to take a accountability for their own crimes, they end up pinning the blame on Mr. T. As you can see with the Epstein files, Trump versus Elon and shit. You know what I'm saying? Crazy shit. But like I said, this is what's going on. People are losing their testosterone, but they getting artificial intelligence. A lot of right wing man, I'm telling you, a lot of people are not engaging in real social spaces, man. They're not even they're in like a lot of people are incels, y'all. A lot of people don't have no real life at home, and they predicted this too. I think it was Klaus Schwab said, "You'll own nothing, but you'll be happy," something like that. So, guess what? You won't own a wife. You won't own anything, but you'll be happy when you get on this damn internet. You'll be entertained once you get online, or what they call the grid. Ain't no such thing as going off grid. I don't know what the hell people talking about. They about to go off grid, but they posting on TikTok. We're duped. I think that's why Trump want to get y'all dumb ass up out of here too. So I'm behind Mr. T 100%. This bitch. He because the thing is, if you want to be honest, shit, Trump is purifying America. How do you do that? Through Zoroism. Through Zoroism. It's just different ideologies. People got different ideologies about this. This shit, Zoroism is basically God versus government. These religions are structured around government. The ball and chain effect. There ain't no separation. The only separation is this 6 degrees right here. That imaginary magnetic ley line. You don't see it, but it's holographic. But you connect it to this this power structure right here. It's called Plato's the Plato cave theory, because you're used to seeing things on the TV, the internet, and then you jump the gun, formulate crazy ideas, but you on the bottom of the pyramid. You on the bottom of the pyramid. Now, the thing is, like I said before, your ass worried about Jeffrey Epstein, but your next door neighbor kid just got snatched up last week, and you didn't post nothing about that. So you skipped all the way to some files that are confidential when you had a choice, when you had a chance to be the head of the neighborhood watch out this bitch. If you ain't head of the neighborhood watch, if you're not doing things outside of your computer or your phone, why are you worried about the Jeffrey Epstein files? Why are you worried about if you're not handling business at home? Why are you worried about the Jeffrey Epstein file? Can you walk and chew bubble gum at the same time? Yes, you can. But when you have deeply invested all your emotions into the internet and you get caught in the web or the IoT, the Internet of Things, you become a hypocrite. You become a domestic terrorist. You go against the government. You rage against the machine. Oh my God. Y'all going to hell, man. Y'all going to hell. So let's get this off the screen. Let's get this off the screen. Let's go back to Jeffrey Epstein's mansion. It was sold, but this is what they were doing in the mansion. And Isaac Army said, "Why won't the media cover this part of Epstein? So frustrating. So frustrating. Why do you think they're not showing this part of the Epstein's conversation? Because it will expose the eugenics side of Jeffrey Epstein. And who's to say? Like I said, these people get paid a visit, y'all. Because if you're related to Jeffrey Epstein via clone aid, you know what they go do to you? They go monitor your whole fucking life, man. You're basically a Truman Show. And everybody that follow you, they follow them. You're like a magnetic ley line towards this BlackRock, or what they call BlackRock. And BlackRock sponsors Elon Musk as well, with his AI system. We already went into that JP Morgan. Shouts out to a human being. Yeah, we talked about that as well. Hold on. But yeah, they're not gonna cover that side. These damn this the Zorro Ranch right here, family. Look, Liz Crockett already know what's going on, man. Didn't we just say this, y'all? They not gonna cover this side of Jeffrey Epstein, y'all, because you might be kin to him. When they get the documents back and they say, "Oh, Jeffrey Epstein has fathered over 10 million Americans," people gonna be looking at their phone like, man, and if they go, you know what they gonna say? It's gonna be a public security issue. They gonna be like, because they already got you doxxed, so they go come on TV. They go that's what the EBS really gonna be, and they gonna say if your phone has detected this sound, this type of sound or this buzzer, you got to check in within 48 hours of, boom, 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 boom. And if you don't, they go hunt your ass down. He go hunt your ass down. He go hunt your ass down. I told you he was going to hunt your ass down. Now look what Liz Conklin said. Chris Cornell and, hold on. You know what? Let's put the volume on this too. Let's put the volume on this, y'all. What time is it? Y'all already got me up late, man. Make sure you hit the cash app. Damn. Y'all support all these other fake motherfuckers. Let's put up. So I guess this is Chris Cornell. What the fuck? Anyway, I don't know what them guys is on. Hold on. Let's read what it says though. Chris Cornell and Chester Bennington will be heard. They both may be dead. Damn. But their voices will be heard. What do you think Chris Cornell was talking about over a decade ago when he said they are farming babies? Years later, we learned that Jeffrey Epstein had plans to turn his New York Mexico ranch into a baby breeding farm, and even the mainstream media has acknowledged this now. So I guess they paid the ultimate price for this shit. Rest in peace to them. I didn't want to get no copyright playing their song. That's that John Podesta swag right there. That's John Podesta, y'all. Chris Cornell was supposed to play at a music festival that I was at in Columbus, Ohio, May 2007. He died 2017. He died the night before. This is what we watched instead. Damn, y'all. So this is what they don't want you. See, you already done seen this shit. You know what I'm saying? They ain't gotta. You know what I'm saying? Like we already know what they doing. Like people are so fit, memorized off of confirmation and all this shit. If you know, you know, man. They ain't gotta come out and who is this motherfucker? You gotta do the dead man ritual. You gotta do the dead man ritual. Who is that? Jesus Christ? Uh, he had a rubber band tied around his neck. His wife did not believe this to be true and questioned the head trauma and bleeding reported by EMS crews who arrived on the scene. 2 months later, Chris' best friend Chester Bennington, lead singer of Linkin Park, supposedly hung himself on his birthday. Q Command commented on the deaths of Chris and Chester and dropped 318, suggesting they had tried to move against the music mogul David Griffin and expose his abuse of teens as described in this Reddit post. Damn. That's him. But like I said, they all into this breeding farm shit. That's the shit on the damn table right there. They just not go, you know, check Epstein's DNA. As I have been trying to tell you, George Church was funded by Epstein that created tech to be able to store images, JPEG, JavaScript, and text to DNA. Possibly, man, we told, man. He up on this shit too. Hold on, let's play this video. Let's play this video.
We have the blue butterfly of Lilith, and perhaps Psyche, connected to the Jeffrey Epstein underground facilities that we've been speaking about.
Hold on, can y'all hear that? Can y'all hear that? I'm glad to be back on Mr. Trumptastic Radio, man. Hold on. Can y'all hear that? Can y'all hear that? Hold on, let me do a sound check. Mr. Trumptastic Radio. Already got me up late. Hold on, I'm gonna pause my mic and I'm gonna just play it back because I don't want no feedback. So I'm gonna just play the video.
We have the blue butterfly of Lilith, and perhaps Psyche, connected to the Jeffrey Epstein underground facilities that we've been speaking about and researching that no one wants to talk about. The shape-shifting blue butterfly. This appears to have something to do with transhumanism and creating a perhaps moon child. Jeffrey Epstein was very much involved with this. Was this about passing on information down through the future, storing information in these victims or these survivors' DNA? We don't know.
So this research is about alternative ways of storing data, digital data, for archival purposes with DNA.
The initial thought was, I don't care what I'm building, and so why don't we just build Moby Dick or something? I'll just encode it into DNA, and we'll just build that because I don't want to worry about the design at this point in time.
Sri and I debated what we should encode, what would nicely represent the digital universe, and we wanted something that represented a sort of modern digital. So we used a HTML version of a book that I wrote recently called Regenesis.
But it's a possibility because we know it can be done. That information, literal information, images, pictures, words, text can be stored in a person's DNA, double helix strand. As amazing as that sounds, you become a walking hard drive for this stuff. It can be passed down through having children and procreation from one generation to the next. Maybe that's why Elon Musk wants so many children. So the butterfly.
See, I ain't the only one saying this shit. I ain't the only one been saying. So the thing is, I gotta have white folks confirm what I'm saying because you know how American society don't believe black folks. I gotta have my white buddies confirm what I'm saying because black Negroes don't believe other black Negroes. You know what I'm saying? They gotta have a white person tell them what the fuck going on out this bitch. That's why the black community going to hell too. They don't even believe in their own damn people. Shit's stupid, man. Shit's stupid, man. Now let's play the video. Shouts out to I don't know who this is, but we using his content. We using the fair use content too, so they don't strike the channel. So let's get into it.
Messengers, we have the lunar butterfly as well, which was the green butterfly, which is the more up-to-date one. We've got Billie Eilish there who's speaking about it. Maybe these are different codes for different programs, different types of storage, different messages, perhaps. But the monarch butterfly, we know about the monarch butterfly. It was one of the earliest ones of the MK Ultra. Kathy O'Brien spoke about this for decades. In terms of what she's talking about, the monarch butterfly can fly from one part of the world to the other whilst the whole generation dies at the place that they've landed in. Somehow the next generation that's born know their way back. That shouldn't be able to happen because they have monarch programming, an epigenetic memory of where they have been. That shouldn't be able to happen, but we can clearly see that it does. That's why they use the monarch butterfly. So we have the monarchs, British monarchs, the British royals. You had King Charles with the.
You got to think too. They bloodlines. You might be related to this motherfucker somewhere though. You know what I'm saying? How can you convict something like that? You can't. You can't convict something like that. Because they always can say, hey, man, we was repopulating our, you know what I'm saying? We had to do what we had to do. Boom. That's a reason to get off right there through this Christ-like technology, this resurrection technology. You cannot condemn that resurrection technology. It's an abomination. It has to destroy itself. No governmental agency can destroy this technology. It has to destroy itself. Why you think AI is destroying humans right now? AI already destroyed humans. So don't think you outsmarting this thing either. Especially if you jumping the gun on trending topics and you a Johnny come lately on everything. Man, we've been knowing about this damn shit and this damn Epstein list on why they don't release the Epstein's list. Same reason why Liz Conklin said, why don't they talk about farming? Why don't the media talk about farming? Because that's the secret to their religion. It's sacred. But you think it's a crime, but it's sacred. It's called the Immaculate Conception. They just following Christ. But it's an abomination to be like Christ or God-like. Because if you tell a religious person, I'm God, he go blaspheme your ass. Can't be like God. You can't procreate like God. So guess what? They created abomination in a lab, and now they God-like. But the thing is, when your population is dwindling down, you need an immaculate conception, or what I call the test tube. That's the knowledge of the test tube, y'all. They're giving you the Christ story all over again. They're giving you the Christ story all over again, y'all. But if you jump the gun on the Epstein list, this is you, buddy. This is you right here. If you jump the gun on Elon and versus Trump, this is you right here. Slouched over, bent in like a damn screwdriver. Fat ass head, staring into a fucking computer screen. But I tell you what, man. I think I'm going to end the show. I had way more for y'all, but I got shit to do. I got a real life to get to. If you want more of this information, support the channel. But until then, we'll give it out for free, and we will be on tomorrow. This episode is brought to you by Mar-a-Lago Red Theaters. And we go get into an outro video. I wanted to check up on some people tonight too. Damn, what time is it? Yeah, I gotta go to bed, y'all. I wanted to check up on some people too. I really did. So yeah, I'm out of here.
Yo, yes, it's Trumptastic on the Black Down the Trump radio show. Yeah, I'm about to hit y'all over the head with another banger. Turn up pictures, yeah, y'all gonna love this one. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, adrenochrome junkie, yeah, adrenochrome junkie, yeah. Hollywood's dead and I hate Kevin Spacey. King of the jungle and I flipped it like a monkey, yeah. I flipped it like a monkey, yeah. I flipped it like a monkey, yeah. Adrenochrome junkie, yeah. Adrenochrome junkie, yeah. Hollywood's dead and I hate Kevin Spacey. King of the jungle and I flipped it like a monkey, yeah. Adrenochrome junkie, yeah. Adrenochrome junkie, yeah. Adrenochrome junkie, yeah. Adrenochrome junkie, yeah. Hollywood's dead and I know it's getting ugly, yeah. I seen the flying log and I hit it with the Dougie. Better watch the waters cause the waters get so muddy. George Sorrel lurking and I hit you in your target spot. Sucker free Sunday had you passing out the lollipop. Hollywood's dead, I'm taking trips out to Calabasas. Adrenochrome junkie, yeah, yeah. suicide. Jim Jones drinking, but you still order pizza gate. Chilling with the rats, Ninja Turtles, I'm the sensei. Homos with the sexuals, I think you need some being gay. Adrenochrome junkie, caught you chewing on some pizza sauce. Cooking up some beef, but don't forget the pepperonis. Dripperoni slags, clone them with a second cousin. Dr. Fauci pizza roll, hit him with a heart attack. Adrenochrome junkie, lost his kids and never got him back. Running up the numbers, counting like a Dracula. Vampire life, cross him over, I'm the hidden legend. Jesus Christ, Elon Musk, yeah, that's the hidden weapon. Dr. Pimple Poppers popping pills, that's a chin infection. Big Mike, pay-per-view, I hit him with a big erection. Trump 2024, yeah, that's a big election. Adrenochrome junkie had you praying to the Baphomet. Brewing up some soup, number 7, 8 the alphabet. Child sacrifice remind me of the fragile chip. Maritime laws now kick you off your battleship. Chelsea went to Clinton's and she couldn't even handle that. I caught the deep state and I flipped them like an acrobat. Stirring up the Milky Way, I'm surfing on an Applejack. Moral on the red and I think I want my Pranzy back. Adrenochrome junkie, yeah, adrenochrome junkie, yeah. Hollywood's dead and
As she says,
Was she kidnapped?
You mentioned now the flotilla. Do you have a response at all about Israel intercepting this boat? And can you give us an update on what's happening to the entry of aid into Gaza right now? We've had people being shot by Israeli forces who are trying to get aid from the Gaza Humanitarian Foundation. Yes.
Gaza right now is in the midst of a massive negotiation between us and Hamas and Israel, and Iran actually is involved. And we'll see what's going to happen with Gaza. We want to get the hostages back. That's all I can tell you. Yeah, please, in the back.
You said yesterday when I reported that it was not insurrection taking place, but then on True Social a bit later, you'd said they were insurrectionists. After what you've seen,
you're talking about in L.A.?
Yes, sir, in L.A.
I wouldn't call it quite an insurrection, but it could have led to an insurrection. I mean, that was a lot of harm that was going on last night. I watched it very closely. And it was amazing that the job that the National Guard did. And by the way, the police were working very hard also. But, you know, the police are given instructions to be politically correct. I said, no, you don't have to be politically correct. You have to do the job.
And on Elon Musk, do you plan to speak to him on the phone anytime soon? I know some.
Which one?
On Elon Musk, do you plan to speak to him on the phone anytime soon?
I haven't really thought about it, actually. I would imagine he wants to speak to me. I would think that. If I were him, I'd want to speak to me, and maybe he was already called. You'd have to ask him whether or not he's already called. But
why did I choose IU Southeast? You get the career preparation you need to succeed. There's a lot of life on campus. You can.
We're supposed to get a counter proposal from Iran today. Have you gotten that proposal? And what is the main impediment?
We have a meeting with Iran on Thursday, so we're going to wait till Thursday.
And what's the main impediment to getting a deal?
Well, they're just asking for things that you can't do. They don't want to give up what they have to give up. You know what that is. They seek enrichment. We can't have enrichment. We want just the opposite. And so far, they're not there. I hate to say that because the alternative is a very, very dire one, but they're not there. They have given us their thoughts on the deal, and I said, you know, it's just not acceptable. I would say, yeah. I don't know what else. I can talk about the weather.
Well, you can talk about Lebanon.
Pretty much that's the main topic, yeah.
Mr. President.
We talked about Lebanon also, yeah, we did. Well, Lebanon's working very hard. They have a great new ambassador that I put there. Man I know very well. He's very smart. I didn't even know he was Lebanese. And I said, why would you want Lebanon? He said, I was born there. I love it. I love the people. I said, you know, it's very dangerous going to Lebanon. There are some ambassadorships that are wonderful. There are some that are dangerous. I said, Michel, his name is. It's a he, Michel, very elegant man. And I said, why would you want this? And he said, because I love my country and I love those people. I said, it's very dangerous. He goes, I don't care. This is not a man that lived on danger. He's a very successful man from here. And he wanted to be the ambassador despite probably a very dangerous situation he's going into. You see what's going on. But I had great respect for that. He loves that country. He loves it. He was born there. He loves the country. Yeah,
Mr. President, you've got a big, beautiful parade coming up on Saturday.
we do.
What's your biggest expectations for that? And I've got a second question in regards to Gavin Newsom. Go ahead and talk about the big, beautiful parade.
It's such a, thank you, Brian. It's such a, I think, important moment for this. 2 weeks ago, I was calling people and back and forth with leaders, including President Putin, including French president, including lots of different people. And all of them said, we're celebrating victory in World War II. And I said, wow, isn't that amazing? We're the only one that wasn't celebrating, and we're the one that won the war. Now, billions of dollars in tariffs. One of the things that is so exciting is the number of companies and car companies where they're building plants. AI is the big thing. We have over $15 trillion announced already, and it's been, really, I would say it's been during the last 3 months, but we're here for a short period of time. And some administrations never had anywhere near that number for a whole term, probably for a whole 2 terms. But we're up to over $15 trillion coming into our country. There's never been anything like it anywhere in the world. There's never been an investment like that anywhere in the world. Look, I told this story, and I just told it to Bibi backstage. I was talking to him, and I said, the King of Saudi Arabia, smart guy. And also we went to Qatar and we went to UAE. Really 3 strong leaders, smart guys. They all told me the same thing. And then that was reiterated at NATO just recently when we got back, where they agreed to spend $1 trillion a year, by the way, which is about 3 times what they were spending. But they all said the same thing. We thought your country was dead. Horrible term, right? We thought the United States of America was dead. And now you're presiding over the hottest country anywhere in the world. We're the hottest country in the world. I think Bibi would admit it, even hotter than Israel, though Israel was pretty hot about a week ago, I can tell you, for the wrong reasons. But we are the hottest country in the world right now, and it happened faster than anybody thought possible. But we have over $15 trillion, and that means jobs, and that means building, and that means things like we've never seen before. So all we can do is keep working hard. There'll be always surprises. Some of the surprises are going to be bad surprises.
Mr. President, again, real quick, on Iran, in your view, is the war between Israel and Iran over, or do those talks need to happen before you can?
Well, I would say that the best man to answer that is the Prime Minister. But I will tell you that in my view, I hope it's over. Yeah, I think Iran wants to meet. I think they want to make peace, and I'm all for it. Now, if that's not the case, we are ready, willing, and able. But I don't think we're going to have to be. But I think Bibi would answer that question very well.
I think the partnership between Israel and the United States, the partnership between President Trump and me, produced a historic victory. It's an incredible victory, actually. It brought the greatest capabilities of the United States that are unmatched with the great capabilities of Israel and the army of Israel, pilots of Israel, soldiers of Israel, and the Mossad. And the combination of these 2 extraordinary capacities produced a decisive result. It set back the 2 tumors that were threatening the life of Israel, the nuclear tumor and the ballistic missile tumor, because they were planning to build 20,000 of these things and launch it on a country the size of New Jersey. And no country could withstand that. So what do you do when you have 2 things that are going to kill you? You have to remove them. With our combined effort, we did. But when you remove a tumor, doesn't mean that it can't come back. You have to constantly monitor the situation to make sure that there's no attempt to bring it back. So we've had a great achievement, and I think part of the effort of consolidating this and ensuring that we don't have to repeat this, is to monitor this carefully. Of course, the president and I are talking about it, our teams are talking about it, but there's no question this is a historic victory. And I think, as was said here today, this has already changed the face of the Middle East.
But it's not over in your.
But I think that there is an opportunity here to create a historic expansion of the Abraham Accords, which were themselves an act of history that deserve a Nobel Prize for the president. But I think the opportunities are much bigger. And I hope, I'd like to believe that Iran would not test our fortitude because it would be a mistake.
And do you,
Better to go a different way.
do you believe the regime change is still necessary there?
But I think it's up to the people of Iran.
Mr. Prime Minister, speaking that on Syria, the Trump administration was fully supportive of the changes in Syria, backing the new regime there. Obviously, your government more cautious from a security standpoint. Are you comfortable with the pace of change, with the security situation vis-a-vis Syria right now?
I think there's an opportunity to explore. I think that everyone understands that the situation has changed. Before that, Iran was essentially running Syria, okay, directly through Hezbollah. Hezbollah has been brought to its knees. Iran is out of the picture. So I think this presents opportunities for stability, for security, and eventually for peace. And I think that's been opened up also by the fact that the president has opened up a channel. So they have something, there's a lot to lose by going back to conflict, and there's a lot to gain by moving towards peace. And I think that opportunity has been opened by the president and by the changed security situation, which we brought about with the collapse of the Assad regime.
Are there direct talks with the Australian government?
Now, let's suppose there were. Would I answer yes? No, right?
That's my duty to ask.
Right. It's your duty to ask, and my duty to ask you back. So,
You know, at the request of a lot of countries in the surrounding area of the Middle East, including Bibi, we took the sanctions off Syria, and I met the new leader. I was very impressed by him. Somebody said, well, he comes from a very tough background. I said, well, you know, I'm not that surprised. It's a tough part of the world, but I was very impressed by him. But we took the sanctions off because we want to give them a chance. They would never have had a chance without the sanctions. And one of the things we have with Iran is, you know, we have they call biting, they are very biting sanctions. And I would love to be able to, at the right time, take those sanctions off, give them a chance at rebuilding, because I'd like to see Iran build itself back up in a peaceful manner and not going around saying death to America, death to the USA, death to Israel, as they were doing. You know, they were the bully of the Middle East, and now they're not the bully anymore. But they were saying terrible things, and would like to see them. They have such potential. You know, they have the oil power, and they have great people, smart people, energetic people, amazing. And I know so many Iranians from New York. I have a lot of friends, and they're great people. So it's a shame when you see a thing like this happen. But I think that taking the sanctions off of Syria is going to give Syria a great shot at making it.
Mr. President, a congressional question. Are there any executive orders that you'd like to see Congress focus on when they come back in session? Do you have any that you prioritize to go first?
Well, we've done a lot of them in the last, as you know, and I always say the great, big, beautiful bill. I add the word great, but it was the largest bill of its kind ever passed. We were talking about it before. It was beauty. But, you know, a lot of the things that we did, executive orders, have been codified in the legislation that we just had passed. And we're going to be sending in a lot more over the next period of about 2 months separately. But a lot of it was part of that beautiful big bill.
Mr. President, on tariffs, what happened to 90 trade deals in 90 days?
We've spoken to everybody. We know it's all done.
Yo, Mr. Trump-tastic! Yeah, I'm about to hit y'all over the head with another banger. Turn fake ass nigga! Fake ass nigga! Fake ass nigga! Fake ass nigga riding around in a MAGA hat. Girl, you're not real, cause you put on a MAGA hat. Boy, you're not real, cause you put on a MAGA hat. Fake ass nigga riding around in a MAGA hat. Fake ass nigga riding around in a MAGA hat. Girl, you're not real, cause you put on a MAGA hat. Boy, you're not real, cause you put on a MAGA hat. Fake ass nigga riding around in a MAGA hat. Your girlfriend took the Pfizer and she's built like a Cadillac. I'm plunging out your toilet, but I had to use the magic jet. I think I smell some cheese, mozzarella mixed with Kobe Jet. Ninja Turtle looking like a Pizzagate your contract. You turn the master splinter, yeah, I'm the sensei. Mr. Trump tested gun was born on a Wednesday. Fake ass clown caught you living in your Duns hat. Mine's a 10-4, I can zip lock 'em up. Even though I voted red, I'm slipping on a blood puddle. MAGA color umbrella drippy like the mud puddle. Barney Rubble Flintstone, I can make your bed rock. JFK dripper, I'm alive, you missed the headshot. Shooting with a pencil, blocking shot like Matumbo. Standing in the kitchen, but I'm whipping up some gumbo. Mr. Trump-tastic, I can be your Huckleberry misdiagnosed. And I think you need a specialist. Events on horizon, and I just crossed the precipice. Crazy on the beat, and I need to see a therapist. My heart is turning cold, so I made a few songs. Body kicking down under football. I feel like Danny Townsend. Kangaroo sweat, had me chilling with the Aussies. Talking down on Trump, now I'm spitting in your coffee. I got a green thumb, now I'm selling out the broccoli. Finding on the nights, and I feel like Wayne Gretzky. Jumping out the gym, and I think I want an SP. Mr. Trump-tastic, surfing on a jet ski. I served him Coke Zero, but I think he wants a Pepsi. USA flag, same color as your bestie. I feel like Rick Ross with my Jeffrey Epstein shades on. I already won, cause you guys are all pagan. Ross Perot on TV, but I feel like Ronald Reagan. Cooking up some beef, but I'd rather eat with vegan. Boy, you're not a legend, ate your cup like Christy Teigen. White lives matter, had me praying to the Jesus. Cat got your tongue, now you speaking Pentecostal. Desecrate your bone, and I found a few fossils. Clone the DNA, now he's tugging on his skin mask. Yellow brick road, and I'm back by the ghost. Standing freezing when it's cold, break the ice. Mr. Trump. Mr. Trump.